Hey guys, just a quick update to the tube sorting organizing video. I want to thank you for all your excellent suggestions, comments, anecdotes. I admit that my plan isn't as workable as I originally thought it would be. Yes, it was very helpful to eliminate the tubes that I'm very unlikely to use and tubes that I have many duplicates of, like the damper tubes. But when it comes to actually locating something I need, not workable for a few reasons that several of you pointed out. So let's take a look at the situation. So, tube caddies. They're fun, they got the nostalgia factor, some of them are cool graphics. Not practical. Yeah, if I was doing house calls maybe, but some of you pointed out, they're big. They're heavy, they're clunky, and you still have to dig through them to find stuff, and you can't see what's in them without opening it up. So yeah, as some others of you suggested, maintain spreadsheets or whatnot of what's in each tube caddy or tub or organizer. Sure, that's a great idea, but that also requires you to keep up on top of things and maintain the inventory count and put things back that you don't need. So, I rethought things a little bit. The other problem is, again, as several of you pointed out, using a deep tub like this makes it really hard to get at something that's on the bottom. Yeah, I did get clear plastic so I can kind of see through the sides, but not very practical because just the other day I needed a 25AX4, was down at the bottom. I had to dig through 5 layers of tubes to get at it, which was not much fun. So, I got a bunch of suggestions about other ways to do it, from like pull-out cabinets or like kitchen organizer type ideas or closet organizers. Basically things that are narrow, either shallow or narrow, such that you can see what's going on, or building custom shelving with cubby holes for the tubes. So I looked through what I had and I remembered that I bought like 20 of these guys for $1 a piece that were on sale. I can't remember exactly where I got them. Now I wish I'd gotten more, because they are the perfect height for octal tubes for sure. Miniature tubes, it'd be a little bit of extra space, but certainly tall enough. And they're very manageable with fully stocked. This weighs maybe 2 pounds, and you can easily see what's in there. So I got a whole bunch of these already, so I can load them up. No, you can't see from the ends or from the outside what's in them, but I can put a post-it note or something on the side and I can organize them. They're very manageable, and I can put a bunch of these on a shelf. So I went out to see, well, what else is there in the same concept of basically shallow tubs, and I got a bunch of these. These are meant for going underneath your bed. So this is a larger one. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I was curious to give it a try because it is quite long, and the plastic isn't super rigid, so when this is fully loaded, it's going to be heavy, probably 20 pounds plus, and I imagine the plastic's going to warp a bit. But for lesser used tubes, sure. And these not only are larger, but they're deeper, so longer tubes, the taller octal tubes, will fit in there just fine. The only thing I don't like about all these tubs is the sides. They're angled. You can spend a bit more, like this tub back here on the left. Can't see it too well. There's one down here. The sides are almost straight up and down on this guy, but you pay a premium for that. These were about $10 each for the smaller ones. I'm about to show you the larger one was 20. I'll probably be using these mostly, because they're kind of, well, they're in the middle. So taller octal tubes fit in here just fine. Again, there's a bit of an angle on the side, and until you get this thing fully loaded, they tend to fall over, so that's annoying. Potentially, if I had a lot of extra tubes, I could do one layer flat and then put some on top, and it just clears it nicely. So I could put the extras down below, and as I use up the ones on top, I could start popping some of those up. I might do that. And again, these will slide. So, for example, I got a bunch of these cheapo Home Depot plastic shelving systems. These tubs could easily slide into that. So I think that's going to be my plan. So weed out the tubes I'm unlikely to use, take the tubes that are left that I am likely to use, and then start putting them into these. How I'm going to organize them, I'm not exactly sure. Again, a lot of comments on that. One, to just stick with the numbering system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe, but at least to some extent, like for sure the tubes from like 1920s era radios, the globe tubes, I use those very infrequently, and they're kind of rarish and valuable, so I'm inclined to keep all those together as I have been, and maybe kind of put them in the back. And then stuff I use more often, I'll put in these. And I'll use these for miniature tubes, and I'll take the most common ones. So just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on where I settled in on, and I wanted to thank you again for all your suggestions, because without them I think I would have been unhappy with what I ended up doing.